Today I'm out in Astley Bridge again. I spotted something a couple of days ago that I want to point out to the council. Masked up. I do believe something's going on with the atmosphere. But then, you know, conspiracy theory. As I said in another short, it's usually about 2 weeks away from being truth. Anyway, I spotted something a couple of days ago. I think it needs pointing out to Bolton Council and the people that do the cemeteries over at Astley Bridge and Sharples Cemetery. And it's a little bit nasty. I've just got to it now. So, here we go. Pure Blood TV. Like, subscribe if you like the content. Please give me a comment. Add your links to your videos as well. Pull your councils and your city halls, your MPs. They're all a little bit dodgy and shady with our tax money and things like this. Obviously, you know, we need prioritising a little bit before sending money out elsewhere. Let's have a look. Now we do have some pretty wildflowers up by the cemetery wall. But as I was walking past the other day, I was making another video, but I thought I'll start all over again. Now we have this. Now it might not look much like anything to you at first, but I can tell you, I'm wearing a mask for a reason. It smells a little bit, especially now the heat's coming. But this, I really don't want to walk through it, but I'm going to have to do, is leaking through the cemetery wall at quite a rate. Now we have had a lot of rain lately, and these cemeteries do get a little bit flooded. I've got somebody walking past, you might want to know what I'm doing. But what you find in bodies is iron. Now I don't know whether it's a leak. Hiya, sir. I'll let him walk past. I don't know whether it's a leak or it's actual flood water that's been seeping over the wall. But this isn't good. Now, what's contained in bodies? What's our blood contain? A little bit of science for you all. It contains a lot of iron. Now, right behind here, there's quite a few new graves and quite a few old graves. But the contents of the ground, with the cemetery being on a hill, as it is, and a reason, historically, why churches and cemeteries stopped being built on the top of hills, being closer to God and heaven, is because it was causing disease in water, in well water, cholera, typhoid. Nah. You want to tell me what's in that? Because I know for a fact, you put that near your body, you're not going to be alive in a couple of days without help. Maybe sooner. Yeah, you'd probably get the plague. But yeah, I'm going to try and investigate what it is that's causing it, if I can get to it from the other side. I may have to view this from a distance. If I can get my bearings, there's the large tree and lamppost, and it looks like there's quite a monument there. I'm not too far from the gate. This is one of those paths, you need to know it's here. It's a little bit out of the way. Look at the back end of the map. Out here we have some homesteads and some businesses, allotments, and we also have a factory that produces, I think, sweets and cakes, but they're definitely on the cola bottles there because I can smell the cola bottles from quite a distance down the way. And I'm sorry if I sound like I'm out of breath, I need to get myself fit. That's quite a monolith. I need to get myself fit. I've been laid off. I think I mentioned it in another video. I actually fractured my hip. Fire door fell on me, dragged my shoulder back, bounced off my elbow, and I saw the light. It didn't even touch my head. What a pain knocked me out. So I'm back out and about. Started my new channel, Pure Blood TV, which I hope you will subscribe to. I hope you'll like the content. But I'm going to get out and about a little bit more. Try and get myself back to being fit. I am on medication, you'll have to bear with me. I have trauma from a few events in my life. That's not to pull the heartstrings. It'll just explain why I can be a little bit temperamental with my videos, because I hate being knocked off and messed about by councils. And when I've done a service for them in the past, I expect my taxis to pay for my services to be done proper and not spent elsewhere on dodgy dealings. I think this is Merton's. Changed since I was a kid, it's all been fenced off. But yes, we're here at the entryway to the cemetery in the little chapel. I think the local community, kids, school have been doing the new version of stained glass windows on prints up there. Like I said, I was up here the other day and I thought I'll have to take a closer look at this. There was a lot that let me down when I came onto here, and I want to re-record. Like I said, there's a lot of new graves around here. We even got the complimentary crow walking about over here. Just behind the graves over there. When I was here the other day, I didn't want to record too much. There was somebody grieving and the bins were overflowing. But I can see that they've actually been emptied. So they do actually take care of that. Now, what I don't agree with is, letting graves get into this condition. Why not just go through the lot? If it's about fuel, get yourself an electric strimmer. Rechargeable. Hey, let's do some climate change for you. Let's look after the climate. Get a rechargeable and get a solar panel. How about that? No excuse. And if it's man hours, I'd love to volunteer my time to do something like this, but gone are my days of being able to volunteer time. In respect to many of the cemeteries that we do have in Bolton, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It could be tidier, but it's not that bad. So, as promised, what I'll do is I'll head towards the area which is either floodwater or a leak from one of the pipes. Maybe the gardeners have got a leak. Maybe they're not even aware of it. We're going to make them aware. And I shall catch you on the other side of this path somewhere. So, I'm at the fence. We do have somebody walking around the road. It could be a caretaker. He may come over and ask me what I'm doing, or the fly. I want to take a look at where this leak is potentially coming from. It does feel a little bit softer land here. And we do have historic graves down here, they're quite historic. Now I think the gentleman is just going to walk off the cemetery. His green made him look like a gardener. It is sinky a bit around here, there is very much an odd smell here. I'm assuming I'm on top of it here. It does pool here a little bit. The ground definitely gets soft and sludgy here. And I'm going to say that here is a roundabout where the leak is. I just asked this gentleman. Is it here where the leak is, bro? In the wall? Is it here where the leak is, in the wall?
Nice bit further down here, mate.
Nice one, bro.
Further down between these two trees here.
Thanks a lot. That was kind of him. So, thanks a lot, bro. Make me way round. Oh yeah, it's very sludgy down here. Very sludgy. And we do have new graves here as well. So yeah, that's... yeah. Oh yeah. I don't really want to be going down through that if I can. This is a path, it seems. Doesn't feel like a grave. Yes, here. Oh, the mask is going on. It feels like it's here. Yeah, it's right here. He was right, it was between the trees. Ugh. Thorns. It's right here. At the bottom of where the graves are. And it's very sludgy. Quite pretty. And the flowers are loving it. And I'm not surprised that they're loving it. Crazy view from here. What a contrast. That's a brilliant building. But let me get down to the level. And the problem here, if I can get down to the level and show you, is this hill. And we do have new graves here. So, oh, very sludgy. I'm going to walk straight up rather than back along there. So, if I can find a grave marker with a tab, I don't really want to present a name in case anybody's around. Still, I can't see any grave markers to give a number away. But that's a good point of reference. It's straight in front of the cabin. In front of Mary and Alfred. And not far away from the tree that looks like it got hit by lightning recently and had to be pruned. As you can see, it's quite a steep incline. I don't think the blackbird appreciated me being there then. We'll have a quick look at the pretty chapel before I leave. And then the audit for the day. Quite serene and peaceful today. I think Dave the Crow's following me around. Some magnificent old artwork on some of these stones. Is it a stolen pagan Celtic cross? You tell me. It's very Celtic in design. The historical part of the cemetery. Okay, a quick look over at the chapel and the artwork, and we'll leave it there. I'm going to say it, it's looking very zen. I think this is Bolton Town Hall clock in the middle. I think it's better than Big Ben. Looks a little bit like Leeds Town Hall, City Hall. I believe the local kids have done this in the community centres. They are screen prints, them doors. They look quite effective from a distance. I'll show you. They do look a little bit pixelated when you get close to them. They had me convinced at first. I came here, it was going dark, so I had to redo the video. But it is shut off now. It's a dangerous building, this now. Oh, don't do that to me, paper in the bin. It scared me. This was overflowing the other day. Do you know, I'm trying to think if I did actually send the video to the council. I might have done. I've done that many videos and sent them out to different places recently. This is just one of many, just from the one area. I want to keep them stacked into a nice little neat bundle. I'm going to revisit places that I've been to. We have the Roll of Honour from World War I. It's a shame nothing's been done with the building. Quite a view here. I was trying not to get a car on the camera. As you can see, it's very peaceful. And back to the chapel and the artwork. Oh, that's a little bit morbid. I think Picasso will be proud of that. I know it's supposed to be Jesus Saves, but eek. And here we go. Well presented. And probably the road that everybody used to go through. There may be a video online. Well done, Bolton Council. So it is Bolton Council look after the cemetery and the buildings, or perhaps it's that place where the video should go to. So I'm going to end my video there. Please like and subscribe. And please comment. Let me know how you feel about the state of affairs in your local community, if the council's not looking after your services very well, if the green spaces, cemeteries, back streets are a mess. Together we'll put up a bit of a fight. There will be an encore. I'm going to find something pretty on the way back, or maybe some rubbish. Maybe some tipped garbage that's fresh. Well, that was a pleasant walk, and I'm happy to have found the problem of that leak, because maybe it needs pointing out. Maybe they do know, but the chemical composition, the biology in what's coming out of that water and the wall, it doesn't look good. It's almost a miracle. It's almost a bleeding wall. Let's go back in history. And the walls bled around the cemeteries. I wonder why. And they weren't embalming back then. But iron does stay in the body. And we go back to the ground. The iron goes into the ground. And obviously it bubbles back out when the water gets there. So let's end on a happy note. I'm out of here, and hopefully I can find something pretty on the way back. I hope you're having a wonderful bank holiday if you're watching this on bank holiday, if you're watching this after bank holiday weekend, and if you're not in the UK, I hope you're having a wonderful weekend, and hopefully you'll have a wonderful coming week. I'll catch you in the encore. You could call it pretty. Hogweed. But that's a sign of possible giant hogweed growing in the area, and we don't need that. The giant hogweed, that stuff, that will give you a bit of a burn. Kids used to use it as pea shooters to get nasty blisters around the mouth. I'm just walking back down the path. I thought I'd just point out the hogweed, but I wanted to get the view of the wall on the way back down as well. Lovely little place to have a sit down. Oof, that smell. I can't believe that lady just walked through that. Anyway, ready for an encore anytime now. For your encore, we shall finish with a little walk through the mop on the other side of the road. We were over there on a previous video. There's quite a mess on this side. Very much different. Very much different. As you're about to find out. So I shall just walk up here. Up past the old mill walls. These are so old, these walls. And this path have been renovated in the past. Look at the trees. Very tall, very tall. They've had to fight for the light here. But yeah, I will get to the place where I can get in through the wall and start again. If you're local to the area, you probably know where we are. At the back end of Astley Bridge, back end of Blackburn Road, Harrywell Road, locally known as the Mop. And it's not a bad location to live on this corner of Bolton. Look at the engineering on that wall. I don't want to fall. It's quite a drop to the river. It's quite a cut through that water. These are very ancient trees around here, these parts. All protected. There's some scrubland. There is a factory up there that's built on top of another old factory with some old factory walls. But here, we do not seem to be having much problem with fly tip. Not whatsoever. Quite tidy. The odd little piece up at the top there from the factory, to be expected. They should get a body over here or every so often to give it a bit of a clean up. Oh, the age of this tree. Oh, how can I get there? I've got to show you this. Oh, we're going into the sticks here. Excuse the blurry. Oh, spider's web in the face. Sorry, Mrs. Spider. It's quite precarious. Oh. There's an old girl. Absolutely. Take 3 or 4 people to get their arms around that. You know, quite precariously balanced. It won't be long. It won't be long. Up there you can just see the old stone walls. Many years old. Holding back the factory from falling down the hill. Maybe they want to consider having a route down here. It's not that far off. Oof, that's a drop. Not good on a Friday night if you find yourself walking through the fence up there. Ooh. Oh yeah, that wall definitely doesn't look like it's in the best of condition up there. I do assume they do pop out and look at it every so often. There are a lot of trees growing out of it, making it weaker. Hey, Blair Witch Project. That looks like somebody who's attempting to make a build. Oh, look at this. Can I get through the quite off colour? They're very light purple, almost white. They're not white, but they're not purple or blue. They're almost lilac. Snowdrops, bluebells. They look like snowdrops, but with a bluebell colour. Hybrid. It's a pretty little location. Okay, we're approaching the end of the path. I shall catch you in the next video. It shouldn't be too long. I'll just have to get myself over this. Ooh. And find my way through. Oh, you know, this would make a perfect little location for a hide. It's quite dry. Still at the bottom of the hill. I wouldn't trust it too much. I'd take it up a couple of feet. Looks like somebody's attempted it to make it into a little hide. Okay, please like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Let me know your feelings on the state of affairs, or just have a general rant, have a Sunday chat over a cuppa. I will be bringing more content, as I said, and I will be visiting other locations around the country and around the world. Thank you for watching, and catch me on the next video. Pure Blood TV out.